The thoughts, opinions, and general overall shades thrown on High at 9 News are those of the individual speakers and not those of High at 9 News, its audience, or its advertisers. The statements made do not constitute medical, legal, or financial advice, and for advice tailored to your specific situation, please consult with a licensed professional. Welcome to the High at 9 News Hour, where you will hear from cannabis industry experts and professionals from around the country talk about important topics while shining light on global issues and discussing cannabis as it relates to politics, regulation and reform, data and technology, science, research and medicine, family and parenting, art, celebrities and entertainment, fitness, sports, mental health and wellness, and plant-based medicines and entheogenics. Together, we are building a stronger community, fighting the stigma and creating change. With your hosts, Jason Beck and Rico Lamitte, joined by special industry expert correspondents from around the country, and daily antics brought to you by Cannabis. Coming to you live every Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific Time and high noon on the East Coast. And thank you all for getting high at 9 with us. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. That's right. It is Wednesday, December 11th. And today is National Stretching Day, you guys. Shout out to Smoky Vanilla stretching it out. It's also National App Day, you guys. And National Noodle Ring Day. Noodle ring, huh? None of you guys got nothing to say about any of these days, huh? Interesting.
Just taking it in.
Just taking it in. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough, Dale. Fair enough. And thank you all for joining us and getting high at 9 with us. It's also high noon on the East Coast. And please remember to like, share, and subscribe to us on all social media platforms. You can look up above and down below to see exactly where we live on the internet. And we are live every Monday through Friday on YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, X, Instagram, Facebook, and on our very own website at www.highat9news.com. So welcome to everyone joining us from whatever platform you are joining us from. And it looks like Rico is running a little late, and Soham said he was going to be a little late, and of course Jenny's running late, of course. So we, oh, there's Rico, there he is. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Well, I guess we are going to roll into the dope dad himself. He is rolling.
I just take my green hat off. Sorry.
Your green hat. With your white do-rag,
green hat on.
With your white do-rag. Oh, I do want to make one quick note too for everybody. Just one quick little housekeeping measure for everybody. Yesterday in the chat, there was some disparaging comments made, and I just want to let everybody know that we do not support any type of comments like that. High at 9 News does not support anything like that. Cloud Media Partners does not support anything like that, and do want to offer an apology to anyone that was offended by that or whatnot. I know I was personally offended by that someone would put that. And I also want to point the finger a little bit at YouTube, because I'm surprised that YouTube, its AI, even allowed that chat to populate, because there's a lot of conversations and chats that people put that don't have explanatory messaging inside of there that YouTube censors and whatnot. And so I'm really shocked that YouTube even allowed that to get posted in the chat in the first place. But nonetheless, we're going to kick it off with the dope dad himself, Mr. Rico Lamitte, who has, that's right, he has a white do-rag under that black cap. That's right, it is the dope dad himself, Mr. Rico Lamitte.
Keeping the moisture in. And I'd like to second what Jason said. We're all about talking shit, having fun on the show.
We're all about gaslighting and everything, but yeah.
Yeah, if you got some racist shit to say, bring that shit elsewhere. We ain't got time for that. And about moving this thing forward and coming together on the same voice on that. And if we do find out who you are, we will expose you to the community 100%, just so you know. Just be on notice. Yep. Pull up, motherfuckers. All right. On that note, let's get to some positive shit.
Yes.
My story is all about gaslighting. Because according to Marijuana Moments' Kyle Yeager, Republican leadership from both chambers of Congress are responsible for tanking yet another round of bipartisan efforts to pass marijuana banking reform. A Senate source familiar with the negotiations said told Marijuana Moment that Republicans in the House and Senate successfully blocked the latest efforts by Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer to include the bipartisan Safer Banking Act in a government funding bill. Schumer advocated for the legislation, which aims to allow cannabis businesses access to banking services during the negotiations for a continuing resolution. However, Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell teamed up with House Speaker Mike Johnson to firmly oppose the inclusion of the measure. Schumer pushed for safer banking, and at the negotiation table in the CR multiple times this week, both Speaker Johnson and Leader McConnell strongly rejected it, despite support from both sides otherwise. For years, some Republicans have done a dance telling marijuana businesses that they supported safer, while Republican leadership has openly and solely blocked it at every turn, end quote. Marijuana Moment reached out to Johnson and McConnell's offices for comment, but representatives for both were not immediately available, you think. Per the article, the majority leader said following the election that he remained committed to moving the Safer Banking Act forward during the lame duck session, and that he was eyeing the must-pass stopgap funding legislation to get that done. Multiple versions of the bill have had bipartisan backing for nearly a decade, but now its path forward is unclear. While Schumer could push for a standalone vote in the Senate, the 60-vote filibuster threshold and opposition from Johnson in the House present significant hurdles. Republican Senator Steve Daines from Montana, lead sponsor of the SAFER Act, told Politico that he wanted to see the measure get done before the end of the year. Daines and Democratic Senator Cory Booker continue to express hopes for passing the measure, possibly through other legislative vehicles like the National Defense Authorization Act, though the lack of broad Republican support and the shifting dynamics of the upcoming Republican-controlled Senate add further complications. North Carolina Republican Tom Tillis told Ask a Poll that he considers the Safer Banking Act a half-assed measure and suggested it should be part of a broader federal marijuana policy overhaul, which has been tried several times to no avail over the last decade, and why we have safer banking as a standalone now, but I digress. Senate remain uncertain at told Marijuana Moment in September that it's great and helpful that President-elect Donald Trump came out in support of reform, though he said the pathway to passage in the chamber is still unclear. Meanwhile, Senator Elizabeth Warren of Massachusetts found an unlikely rhetorical ally in Alabama Republican Tommy Tuberville, who agreed with her sentiments that there is simply not enough GOP support for the Banking Act to pass on the Senate floor during the lame duck session. Well, there you have it, folks. Advocates continue to argue that reform is necessary for public safety, economic fairness, and operational stability of the legal cannabis industry, and it seems that the continued failure to pass cannabis banking reform has officially broken congressional deadlock. Congressional Republicans have now publicly joined the Democrats in calling out Republican leadership for their decade-long gaslighting campaign, which has done nothing to push SAFE forward, wasting millions of dollars and time along the way. I'm Rico Lamitte, the dopest dad on the street for High at 9 News. Republicans, Jason, spin it.
Yeah. I mean, hold on a second. First of all, this story is out of Marijuana Moment, and everybody knows that Marijuana Moment is a wokey outlet. Okay, first of all, okay, they're super lefty.
Tommy Tuberville. Tommy Tuberville's woke.
Slow down. Just let me finish what I'm saying before okay. You start your spiel. Okay, so basically, this is nothing more than Chuck Schumer trying to gaslight on all of his base to say, oh, I can't do my job, trying to paint why he actually can't do his job, trying to blame it on Republicans, when we all know that when you're the Senate Majority Leader, you call the shots and you get to set the agenda. It is total BS, the fact that he's using Republicans as a scapegoat for him not doing his job.
Tommy Tuberville. He's woke. Tommy Tuberville said.
I don't care what Tommy Tuberville said.
It's Republicans.
I don't give a shit what Tommy Tuberville says. I'm talking about the headline in Marijuana Moment.
I'm telling you,
it's super gaslighting.
Saying
Tommy Tuberville can
blocking it.
He's fake news, bro. It's bullshit. Total bullshit. Okay, Republicans are not in control of the Senate. Okay, everybody knows this. Democrats are in full control of the Senate. If Chuck Schumer wanted to give safe banking a vote, he could schedule it and give it floor time and give it a vote right now. He doesn't need the Republicans' permission.
Republicans are saying that the Republicans are blocking this, Jason.
Oh, well, cool. I'm saying that it's snowing outside. It ain't.
Yeah, exactly. Bro, it doesn't matter. You know, Tommy Tuberville's prohibitionist. You know, I think it's cute.
It sounds like
Omar, Dale, what do y'all think?
Sounds like a lot of blame fucking. Well, I'm gonna get out one thing first. I was already talking before you tried to interrupt me, Rico. I think it's a lot of fucking blame shifting by a lot of people who don't give a damn to do anything.
Exactly.
In not very long time, we're gonna have as Republican-controlled Senate, trifecta, and presidency. So we'll find out what the Republicans really want. We'll see what their agenda is and see if safe banking really is a priority in a month.
Oh, we will. Oh, it'll actually a little more than a month, a little over 40 days. But yeah,
there's no consistent message anywhere. Nobody on either side is saying this is what we want to do as a global approach to deal with marijuana being stuck in Schedule 1. What do we do about that? So they're taking little bits and pieces around the edges, and everyone's pointing fingers and blaming each other. We're going to see. This may or may not be a woke rag we're talking about here, but everyone wants to blame the other person when no one wants to go into a room, shut the door, order some beer and pizza, and figure this shit out.
That's fair. Want to do that. That's fair.
When was Omar? When was safe banking first introduced? Was this like back in 2017? No.
I mean, safe banking's failure can definitely lead back to Democrats pretty much every single time because we had a lead. Hold on, we had a lead Republican sponsor. Slow down. We had a lead Republican sponsor. No. We had a lead Republican sponsor of Cory Gardner out of Colorado. And all of the activists in Colorado wanted to replace Cory Gardner for what's his face, the old mayor of Denver. He's a senator now. Super woke. He didn't support cannabis, still doesn't support cannabis, but because the Colorado activists are so woke, they wanted to replace a pro-cannabis Republican with a weak on cannabis Democrat.
Jason, you're just making this partisan. We're off that partisan shit. When was this?
You may be, but I'm not.
When was safe banking introduced?
2017.
When was safe banking first introduced? Can anybody say that? It's like 2016, 2017, right?
2017 by Jeff Merkley and Ed Perlmutter.
All right, I think we can all agree, nearly a decade later, it ain't gonna get fucking passed.
That's right.
I've said this every fucking turn. Like it's not going to happen. Period. Because either side. They've been in control. Both sides have had both chambers of Congress along the way. They haven't got it passed. Whether it's not a priority, whether it is just they want points to say that, oh yeah, we got it. We're going to pass this, like knowing the other house of Congress is not going to pass it. Like whatever it is, it's like. Can we all agree that Congress is trash? They do not care about cannabis. They like the one area of the of cannabis legislation that people can all get behind, making people money, making people's businesses easier to run. Yeah. And it won't get passed. Republicans, Democrats, does not matter. Like I was in the story, I was just championing both Republicans and Democrats actually agreeing for once that in this instance, let me finish. In this instance, they're on the same page with who is blocking it right now. That's it. I'm just saying, safe banking ain't never going to pass. It's been a waste of time. It's been a waste of money. It's been a waste of everything. And Jason, the biggest supporter on the show forever of safe banking. Is it ever going to get passed?
We'll see. Time will tell. Time will tell.
It'll never get passed.
God dang it, Mr. Don't Interrupt Me. You interrupted a lot this morning already.
Yeah, exactly. He's Captain Interrupter.
We got to do better and like let people get shit out. This is why we run so long.
Mm-hmm.
All of us.
Look at that.
You show up on time today?
Mm-hmm.
I fucking did, Rico. I was trying to log in since 9:01, but thank you very much for worrying about me. Where were you on Monday?
Shots fired.
You guys are so triggered.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
No, I'm just annoying to be like, don't interrupt me. Don't cut me off. Like while you're interrupting someone. That's insane to me. Like that's literally the most hypocritical.
Play the tape. Run the tape back.
We don't got time for all that. All this bickering. You guys can save that shit for after the show. I don't got time to listen to this dumbass shit. Straight up. And neither does our audience. All right, we're going to a commercial. We're going to be right back.
I just ordered the summertime strawberry salad when added steak on top here at Anna's. Make sure you do the same thing too next time you're in downtown Long Beach. Come on down and check out Anna's Joint on the 400 block of Pine Street. They have amazing selection of beers, foods, and when you come down here to Anna's, you can even challenge me to a game of shuffleboard if you want to lose. Did you get that? So, next time you're in downtown Long Beach on Pine Avenue, make sure you stop by Anna's Joint on the 400 block. Not only do they have Anna's Joint, this restaurant and bar, but they also have the amazing deli next door, and then next door to that, they have a very exotic flower shop. You may want to stop by and say hi.
Yes, and we are back, you guys.
We are back. Up next is none other than the High 9 News head honcho, the highest Republican in every single damn room, and the head gaslighter in charge, Jason.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Hump Day